Hello, my name is Abby and welcome back to the Space Exploration Agency. Today is the day. Today I will fly out to Antarctica in order to set up the first permanent outpost in this icy desert. For this purpose I have improved the rover. It now drives on 4 pairs of wheels instead of 3, and the docking port is now a little bit higher so that it no longer intersects with the surface. In this case, it's now time to load the base into the cargo plane, so I can now drive it around and align the rover with the cargo ramp. Alright, this is looking good. This is looking really good. Now I just have to drive up the ramp and connect the rover with the docking port. Alright, easy, and well done, well done. The base has been loaded into the cargo bay, so now I can close the cargo bay and I can close the cargo ramp. And it's time for Chad to return to the cockpit of the cargo plane so that we can begin our flight to Antarctica. Wow, that's great. I'm really excited about this mission. And come on, grip. Alright. Climb up the ladder and board. Fantastic, fantastic. So retract the ladder, enable SAS, start the engines, extend the flaps. Okay, we are ready for the flight to Antarctica. That's fantastic. Release the brakes and full throttle. Yeah, here we go. The mission to Antarctica has begun. That's fantastic, that's amazing. And okay, I can now lift the nose wheel and we are flying, That's amazing. Wow, that's great. Alright, gear in, flaps up, and I will turn right away towards south because I don't want to waste too much time climbing and flying with the runway heading, as the flight out to Antarctica will be a very long flight, and so I like to turn towards south as soon as possible. Alright, and now it's time to climb to our cruising altitude. I think the cruising altitude will be around 7,000 to 8,000 meters, and I will try to climb up there very slowly because so I still have a good ground speed and I can already cover quite a distance until I have reached my cruising altitude, and that's fantastic, that's amazing. We can enjoy a fantastic view over to the other runway on this little island. And Jetmai is already used to this view because he spent some time down there in the first version of the Outpost for Antarctica in order to test it, and now he is in charge of flying this new outpost to Antarctica. That's great, that's amazing. And we are climbing to higher altitudes. I will leave the throttle at maximum because over time the drag will reduce as we get into higher altitudes, and that's fantastic. We can enjoy a fantastic view back to Kerbal Space Center. Wow, that's cool. We have already reached an altitude of 4,500 meters, and Chad and Jetmai are really excited. That's great. I've also increased a little bit the fuel I have on board of my cargo plane because I like to have enough fuel on board so that the cargo plane can fly back to Kerbal Space Center. And this is one of the most important requirements for this mission, that the cargo plane can fly out to Antarctica and finally return from Antarctica after the base has been unloaded. And okay, we are now at 6,000 meters, alright, and soon it's time to level the plane, and then we are en route to Antarctica. That's great, that's fantastic. And as you can see, our surface speed is not that fast, and this is the biggest disadvantage of this cargo plane, that it's very slow. It can transport the base, it can fly out to Antarctica, but it will take a lot of time to get down there. And okay, we are now getting closer to the 7-kilometer mark. Alright, and now I can start to level the airplane. Okay, very good. like so. Yeah, now we are gaining some speed. This is fantastic. And one of the biggest problems is that I have a lot of fuel on board in order to fly back, and so the plane is quite heavy and also quite slow. And yeah, so we are flying with a ground speed of 274 meters per second, so this is not very fast, and it will take a lot of time to get out to Antarctica. And yeah, this is also the biggest problem of the whole mission, as yeah, now we have reached our cruising altitude, we have begun our flight out to Antarctica, and yeah, the most exciting things during our flight are the takeoff and the landing, but the flight, the cruising period of the flight, where you are at your cruising altitude and you just fly straight ahead, there isn't so much going on. You just fly straight ahead, and yeah, that's a little bit the downside of this mission. So yeah, we are now en route. We can enjoy the view back to Kerbal Space Center. Down there is my navigation point. We are already 63 kilometers away from the runway, and over there is the second navigation point. We are 54 kilometers away from it. We will use this second navigation point for our flight back home from Antarctica, but not for the departure, because I think having this navigation point there will help us to find the way back to Kerbal, or to the continent of Kerbal Space Center. And once we have reached the surface of this continent, or once we are above the ground, we can set the runway as our next navigation point, and so we can find our way back to the runway. But right now we are flying just towards south, with a goal to reach Antarctica, and then later on the base will act as another navigation point for future flights out to Antarctica. But yeah, at first we need to get out there, and it will be really a longish flight. We are now at 80 kilometers, and as you can see, I'm constantly trying to keep the plane leveled and on course, and it's a lot of fine-tuning. Well, there's a lot of fine-tuning involved in this whole mission, but on the other hand, as you can see, there is not so much going on. And yeah, can we even enjoy a view from here? We can see a lot of buttons and a lot of knobs, and okay, we are descending a bit. It's not that easy to see something because the nav bar is over there. This artificial horizon isn't working at all. That's sad. Chad is a little bit concerned. Chad, why are you concerned? We have more than enough fuel on board. It should be no problem for us to reach Antarctica. And here, so the mission has begun. The mission has begun. And wait, let me just make sure that we will not start to descend. Okay. So we are here. We can see over there to the west. This is the most southern tip of the continent of Kerbal Space Center. So yeah, we are now more than 100 kilometers away from the Kerbal Space Center. The navigation point has disappeared, and the other navigation point is 76 kilometers away from us. Over there at the most southern tip of Kerbal Space Center. So we are now heading out over the ocean. As you can see, we are here, and we need to get down there. And yeah, it's a really long time. At first I was thinking that I could maybe fly to the southern tip of Kerbal Space Center, and then fly over to this continent, and then along the coast to Antarctica. But I thought it's a little bit more easy to fly straight down to the south. And well, of course, I will be most of the time over the ocean, but I think it's still better for the whole mission profile to go on a direct flight. And yeah, toward the end, once we are getting closer to Antarctica, we will start to see, hopefully, some of the terrain once we are getting closer to it. But I think the next time we really have some solid surface below us will be once we have reached Antarctica, and that's really interesting. That's amazing. And okay, I'm still not quite sure how I will do the coverage of this flight at best, because yeah, it will now take a lot of time to get down there, and we will spend a lot of time over the ocean. And so I don't know, maybe I will just cut you out, or we will enjoy this in time-lapse. We will see. And yeah, I think the next time I will speak to you is once we once the continent of Kerbal Space Center will disappear behind the horizon and we can only see water. And yeah, until this point, enjoy the ride. Okay, we are about to reach that magical moment once Kerbal Space Center, or the continent of Kerbal Space Center, will disappear behind the horizon. There are only a few little spots left, and soon we are completely out over the ocean and we can't see any reference to a normal terrain. That's fantastic, that's amazing. Alright, only the most southern tip of the continent can be seen, and soon it will also disappear behind the horizon. That's crazy, that's really crazy. Just a little bit. And yeah, no, I think it's gone. So when we turn around, we see only ocean. That's crazy. The only thing we can see is water, and that's really fantastic, and this will be probably the view we will enjoy for the rest of the flight. Well, not completely for the rest of the flight. Once we are getting closer to Antarctica, we will start to see the icy regions appear, and then we can prepare for our approach and our landing. But yeah, for now we are out over the ocean, and the only thing we can see is ocean, and that's really crazy. So I can fully understand that Chad and Jetmai are a little bit concerned, but here they have signed up for this mission, and now they are en route to Antarctica. And okay, now I should stop my descent and start to ascend a bit again. I lost more than a kilometer in altitude, but that's alright, it's still a very long way to go. And yeah, now I can climb up again. That's good. I am now flying with 280 meters per second. That's good, that's really good. Okay, yeah, so Kerbal Space Center has, or the continent of Kerbal Space Center has disappeared. As you can see, the only thing we can see is ocean, and that's crazy, that's so crazy. This is one of the most scary parts of this whole mission, that you are completely out over the ocean and you have no reference. So the only thing that really helps us to find our way to Antarctica is the nav ball and this indication of the heading. As long as we are flying with this heading, we are on a good way out to Antarctica, and that's very important, that's really important. And yeah, a little bit more about the resources. As you can see, we have 2,233 units of liquid fuel left, and we are consuming the fuel by 0.37, so this should be more than enough fuel to get out to Antarctica and hopefully to fly back. And yeah, once we burn fuel, the plane gets lighter and faster, and once we have deployed the base, we also lost a little bit of our weight, and that's quite important. And okay, yeah, we are on a good route to Antarctica. And as a reference, as we lost sight with the continent of Kerbal Space Center, we are currently over here. So we began our flight over here and we made it down here, and this is about, yeah, maybe 1/4 of the way. Maybe we have completed about 25% of the whole flight, more or less. And so it's still a very long way to go until we might be able to see the northern tip of this region over there. I hope we can see this, and I hope we can see this all the time to our left-hand side. And yeah, at some point we will suddenly start to see the ice of Antarctica, and that's fantastic. That's really fantastic. But yeah, it will still take a lot of time to get down there. And so, okay, we start to climb up a little bit too fast, so I can reduce a bit the ascent rate. And okay, now we start to descend a bit. That's fantastic. And yeah, now I think yeah, it's not that simple to see, but yeah, I think it's time for another time warp, because this is really taking a long time to get down there. And so I will bring you back in once something new happens. I hope soon we can see the land over there. And yeah, but for now I think it's really time for some time lapse. Enjoy the ride. Okay, as you can see, we have managed to fly about half of the distance. We are halfway done with the flight out to Antarctica. That's amazing. We began our flight out here at KSC runway 09, and now we are directly in the middle of the ocean. I think at this point we are the furthest away from all solid ground. That's fantastic. That's really, really scary. From this position, yeah, I think in case of a problem, we are lost. In case of a problem, we can't make it back to solid ground, and that's really, really crazy. So far away from it. But yeah, soon, hopefully soon, this part of Kerbal, this part of Kerbal continent will appear at the horizon, so that we know already we are about to get closer to our destination, and that's fantastic. It's really a long flight. As you can see, we are already more than 26 minutes in the air. That's crazy. That's really crazy. It's a very long mission. And this is mostly, yeah, due to the very slow velocity of the cargo plane. At some point, once the base is placed and up and running in Antarctica, I like to fly out there and visit the base with one of my experimental aircrafts. And well, this aircraft is really fast, and so I think there I can do the flight without using time-lapse or so, because yeah, then it should be doable in real time. But this mission is really crazy. We are halfway done and we are more than 25 minutes in the air, but I think soon it will get a little bit more interesting, as soon we will hopefully see the first parts of the continent, and this would be really amazing, because then we are aware, okay, we are on the right track, we are about to arrive. And this is then really fantastic. Right now, as you can see, we are pretty far away. I think we are now closer to Antarctica. I think we are definitely now closer to Antarctica than to Kerbal Space Center, and that's fantastic. We have already traveled quite a distance. That's really amazing, but yeah, it's still a long way to go until we reach Antarctica. But yeah, soon we should be able to see the... Oh wow, we are quite high. But soon we will hopefully see some land over there at the horizon, and I think I will bring you back in once we start to see some land again. Alright, we finally can see some land. I think it's very hard for you to see this, but over there where my mouse cursor is, there is some land. We are getting closer to Antarctica. That's amazing. That's great. Finally, we can see some land again. Yeah, we go over to this view. You can see the reason why it's so hard to see this. We are very, very far away from this piece of land. And yeah, we are still very far away from Antarctica, but over time we are getting closer and closer, and soon we should start to see more and more land. And yeah, as you can see, we have traveled more than, yeah, I would say more than 75%. We have completed more than 75% of our journey out to Antarctica. That's fantastic. That's great. Wow, this is really a long flight. And yeah, we are approaching the Terminator. As you can see, we are soon, or well, soon we will experience sunset, and I hope that we can arrive at Antarctica before the sunset. Well, it's not that problematic. Yeah, now you can really see, or I hope that you can really see that over there is now land. That's amazing. That's really amazing. We can see some solid land, and yeah, the sun is still high enough, and as closer as we get to Antarctica, and once we are directly in, well, above Antarctica, it will, the sun will shine even longer. And if I would manage to land directly on top of the South Pole, then yeah, we would have sunshine all the day long, and this would be really, really interesting. But I'm not quite sure if I really like to do this. Maybe I just like to stay a little bit off the South Pole itself, as then we can still have some night and some daylight, and I think this could be still very good. And yeah, now we are right next to this continent over there, and indeed we can see this tip of the land over here, and it's still quite a distance to go until we will reach Antarctica. But yeah, I think soon we should see the first white spot at the horizon, and then we can finally see Antarctica, and that's fantastic. That's really fantastic. I'm so happy that I see this land again, and that everything seems to work as planned. And yeah, now we are even up to 8 kilometers again. As you might have seen during the whole flight, the altitude changes between 7,000 and 8,000 meters, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. I think around this altitude is the best altitude to save most of the fuel and to be still quite fast, well, fast in terms for this plane. As you can see, we are now down to 1,682 units of liquid fuel, and yeah, we still consume 0.36 units of this fuel, and it's still a longish way to go. But yeah, as I said, the plane gets lighter and lighter as we burn more and more fuel, and that's fine. That's completely fine. And yeah, so we have now definitely reached this part, and I think soon we should see the first spots of the icy regions of Antarctica over here. This is amazing. This is really amazing. And yeah, I think it's once again time for a quick time lapse or so, until we really see the icy regions of Antarctica. But yeah, we are on a good way. There is some land. That's fantastic. That's really amazing. And so I hope it won't take so long to really reach Antarctica. So yeah, enjoy the last part of the ride. Okay, we made it. Well, we almost made it. We can see the first parts of Antarctica. We can see some ice over here, some ice over there, and we can see a huge mountain over there. And if we go over to the orbital map, we can see, okay, this mountain is somewhere over here. Then we can see this part of Antarctica, and we can probably see this part of Antarctica. So yeah, we are getting closer and closer to our destination. Wow, that's amazing. We start to see more and more of this fantastic environment. The long journey is about to end. That's fantastic. It's really a long flight. We are now 45 minutes in the air. That's fantastic. That's really a long duration flight. And I think Chad and Jetmai are quite exhausted after this longish mission. And yeah, there's Antarctica. Soon we will reach this frozen continent. That's fantastic. That's so amazing. Wow, what a crazy mission. This is really, really fantastic. And yeah, so now I have to think about well, the landing zone. Maybe to see a little bit more interesting things, it would be interesting to land somewhere over here. I think we are on a good trajectory to get close to those mountains, so maybe landing somewhere in this region over here could be really, really fantastic and could be really a great destination and a really amazing spot for the Outpost in Antarctica. And wow, as you can see, we are definitely getting closer to this white continent. That's amazing. That's so great. Now we have arrived. This is so beautiful, and I think this is one. Yeah, this is really one of the most spectacular moments. We have spent such a long time over the ocean. The only thing we saw for a very, very long time was blue and the water, and now suddenly we see ice and we see our destination, and that's really fantastic. That's so amazing. I'm really happy that we made it, that we arrived down here. And yeah, the fuel is down to 1,500 units of liquid fuel. That's fine, that's fine. So we should have more than enough fuel to fly back at some point. But at first I really like to land in Antarctica and to install the base, because yeah, this is really a longish mission. It wasn't so complex or difficult. As I said at the beginning of the flight, once you are at your cruising altitude and once you're en route to your destination, you don't have to do so much. You just have to make sure that everything is up and running and that you are that you keep your heading. And so the only thing I had to manage was my altitude. As you can see, we are constantly climbing and descending, and yeah, those were the only things I had to do. But still, it was really a longish mission, and so I am really happy once I am back on the surface and once I can unload the base. And yeah, we can see there is the beginning of Antarctica. It's really a strong contrast. It's really a huge cliff down there, and that's fantastic. That's amazing. Wow, we made it. We made it down to Antarctica. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. That's so fantastic. And yeah, the sun will soon set, and well, as you can see, we are still heading direct for the South Pole. That's amazing. That's really amazing. And look at the huge distance we have traveled. We began out here and all the way across the ocean, and now we made it to Antarctica, and soon we will reach. Now we are more than 8 kilometers high. That's fantastic. And soon we will reach the ice. That's fantastic. That's so amazing. Wow, cool. I like it. I like it. This was really a great mission. This was a fantastic mission. Well, the mission isn't over yet. I have to land and to unload the base, but the most boring part is now over. The most boring part is finally over. That's amazing. That's really great. And just a little bit until we reach Antarctica. That's so great. Wow, Cool, I like it, I like it. I'm happy, I'm happy. Well, the two carbonauts are still a little bit concerned, but that's fine, that's completely fine. Soon they can relax after their landing, and yeah, we are nearly there, just a little bit. And we are above Antarctica. That's great. What a crazy mission. This was so crazy. Alright. I think we reached it. We made it. We are now above Antarctica. That's fantastic. That's so amazing. Alrighty then. 50 minutes in the air. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Wow. What a crazy mission. Unbelievable. And we made it. We made it. Okay, now, so where are we? We are now here. I think... Yeah, where do I like to land? Maybe here or so? I'm not quite sure when I really like to land, but wow, that's really amazing. This is such a crazy mission. Oh wow, oh wow. And ooh, this is also a cool perspective to look out over the window to see this mountain range over there, to look down to the endless ice. That's great, that's really great. Okay, we are descending a bit. That's fine. Okay. Wow. So fantastic, so amazing. We made it. We made it. I'm happy. I'm really happy. And yeah, maybe just a little bit more. It's really hard to decide where I like to land, because where would be a good position and a good landing zone? Because yeah, it's completely white out here. So it's hard to really pick a good place where to land, and I still like to enjoy the sun. I think it's still very cool once you have all the time, well, sunlight, but on the other hand, maybe it's also nice to sometimes see that, okay, we have sunset or so. I think this could be also beautiful. And yeah, where to go? Where to land? Maybe. Okay, I think what I will do now is I will climb back up to 7 kilometers and then start to descend. It's very cool to see this mountain range over there. Wow, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Okay. That's amazing. What a fantastic view. I'm so amazed. After I saw so much water, now finally I see only ice. Okay, now we've exchanged the blue with white, but that's fine. That's fine as well. And yeah, I think I can really start to think about the landing or the descent so soon. Okay, 7 kilometers. I will now throttle down so that we can begin our descent. That's fantastic. Okay, we are now descending to the ice. That's amazing. That's so great. I'm so happy that we made it. That's fantastic. Okay, yeah, it's still a long way to go, and maybe I will switch the lights on. Alright, this looks a little bit better, especially because the sun is so low by now. And yeah, I like to have this light so that we can yeah, see where the plane is. Well, the plane will not vanish, but I think it's a little bit more beautiful to have this illuminated cockpit. And Yeah, we are going down. We are now descending, and I think we are at a pretty good position. We are quite close to the South Pole, and I think this position is really amazing. I think this position is a perfect start for our first permanent outpost in Antarctica. Oh, that's great. That's really great. Okay. Wow. That's cool. It's really cool. We're descending toward the ice, and yeah, we are still more than 3 kilometers above the surface. That's good. That's really good. And yeah, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good. I'm so happy. Okay, don't be too crazy with your descent rate. Okay, this is better. And we are quite close to the South Pole. That's really amazing. Wow, what a longish flight. And yeah, we are down to 1,345 units of fuel. Alright, alright. So we used quite a lot of fuel, but that's alright. For the way back we will reduce our weight and we don't have to carry around the base, and I think this is good. This is really good. So now we are okay. We are now about 2,500 meters above the surface. That's alright. That's alright. We're coming down. The sun is very, very low and very close to the horizon. That's good. We are still descending. We are now about 1,500 meters above the ice. That's good. It's very good. So this long mission comes to an end. That's great. That's fantastic. I like it. I'm so happy that we made it. I am really happy that we made it out here to Antarctica. That's great. Okay. So I think I should throttle down even more and reduce a little bit the descent rate to reduce the velocity. That's good. Okay. Very good, very good. Wow. That's so amazing, so beautiful. What is our altitude? About 500 meters above the ice. Okay, that's good. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I think it's now definitely time to prepare the landing, though I can throttle down completely. Alright. Speed is reducing, that's good. Very nice. Okay, time to extend the flaps. Alright, flaps are out. We are losing even more speed. Very good, very good. Okay, gear out. Gears coming down. Very good. It's very hard to really see where the surface is. But yeah, I think we are very, very close to the surface. Can we see our shadow? No, we can't see our shadow right now. Okay. Flare up the nose. Soon we made it. And we did it. We did it. We are on the surface. So, reverse thrust. Very good, very good. And well done, well done. Oh dear. Okay. Come on, come to a stop. Alright, alright. So, we made it. 1,327 units of liquid fuel are left. Very good, very good. We are on the ice. We made it to Antarctica. I can now shut down the engines. Very good. Shut down engine. And shut down. And shut down. Very good. Switch off SAS. Wow, well done. Good job, guys. Good job. Fantastic, fantastic. We are now in Antarctica. Extend the ladder. So, Very good. Okay. Chat, you can go on an EVA and descend the ladder, climb down the ladder, and well done, well done. Chat has arrived in Antarctica. That's cool. Okay, now open the cargo ramp. Can't I? Okay, now I can open the cargo bay. Very good. So let's undock and switch to it. Alright, very good. Maybe I have to release the brakes. Okay, now I can unload the base. We made it. The base has arrived in Antarctica. That's fantastic. That's great. Alrighty then. Wow, cool. That's fantastic. That's amazing. Okay. I can drive it around, place it here. Very good. Okay. Now extend the struts. Very good. And undock. Good. So I can move the rover out of the way. Very good. Okay, very good. Fantastic. Well done. We made it. We are now in Antarctica. That's cool. I can close this, and Jetmy can climb down the ladder as well. Wow, that's cool. Okay. You can now run over to the base. Very good. And extend the ladder. Very good. Okay, now it's your job to say plant flag. Alright. And Antarctica. Well done. Jetmy and Chat. Okay, good job. So now you can, well, maybe stand there, and Chat can now, this is the flag, no, this is the plane, this is Chat, very good. Chat can now join Jetmy. Very good. Alrighty then. Maybe a bit over here. Like so. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Alright. Wow, that's cool. That's fantastic. We made it to Antarctica. Wow, what a great mission. What an exciting mission. This was cool. This was really fantastic. I am so happy that we made it to Antarctica. The first permanent outpost in Antarctica is ready and up and running. So now the two Kerbonauts can get into their base and relax a bit from this very long and exhausting flight. This was crazy. This was really crazy. Okay, you can now get there and board. Fantastic. Now you can also extend your antenna. Alright. Ooh, that's cool. So, with this fantastic view out of the window, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Space Exploration Agency. It was a very special episode. And yeah, I hope I see you again in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!